Hello, literature lovers. Welcome to LITTWIT CLUB. Hope you all are doing great. And today we will continue our mock test series on SLST 2025. So, the very first question is the three human weaknesses as mentioned in To a Skylar Car: treachery, treasure, and theft, hypocrisy, corruption, and injustice, hatred, vain, and vanity, hate, pride, and fear. So, the three human weaknesses are hate, pride, and fear. Angels of rain and lightning, there are spread. So the angel of rain and lightning refers to thunder, cold wind, water droplets, or clouds. So these angels of rain and lightning is cloud. The rejected lover in the last ride together mentions Venus to derive consolation by observing sculpture. To tell this statue of Venus is a great work of art. To refer the failure of sculptor or none of above. So actually, by referring this the statue of Venus, the writer wants to show the failure of the sculptor. The episode presented in Tennyson's Ulysses is to be found in Homer's Odyssey. Both A and C means Dante's Inferno, Canto 27, Ulysses by James Joyce. So basically, होमर के ओडिसी के साथ साथ डांटे के इन्फर्नो से भी ये एपिसोड काफी ज्यादा इंस्पायर है, तो इसका आंसर बोथ ए एंड सी होगा. What were the parting words of the traveler to the listeners in the listeners? To tell them he came to keep his promise, to tell them he has failed to keep his promise, to tell them not to disturb them, or none of these. So basically, वो वहां पे अपनी प्रॉमिस को रखने के लिए आया होता है, तो टू टेल देम कीप टू हिज प्रॉमिस. In what sense does Wilson become a modern day lotus eater? In his love for nature, in his love for a life of leisure, in his joyful oblivion of a life of toil, in his early retirement from the life of service. So his early retirement from the life of service is what makes him modern day lotus eater. What is the name of the head servant in Mr. Hardcastle's house? Master Blanchard, Chuck, Diggory, or Justin? So it is Diggory. Without a noun and adjective, may not be doing its function as an adjective, may be doing its function as an adjective, sometimes may be doing its functions as an adjective. So it can be both A and B's. It may be function as adjective and it may not function as adjective. What do the swans represent in the poem The Wild Swan at Cooley? Idea of joy and beauty, the constant flux of time, an archetype of natural exuberance, youth, vitality, and permanence. So it represents youth, vitality, and permanence. He stood thorning the faint moonbeams on the dark stairs. Here the word thorning is an gerund participle adjective verb in past continuous form or adverb. So here it is a participle adjective. If I was you, I should tell him the truth. So whether it is correct or not, whether we use if I am you or if I were you, yeah, if I had been you, yeah, both A and B. So the answer is if I were you. In past, that melancholic dream. What mean by melancholic dream in I traveled among unknown men? So whether the desire to travel abroad, the sorrowful dream, the dream devoid of hope, or none of above. So it is sorrowful dream. So I am completely ruined. This is said by Mrs. Hardcastle after she finds the casket of jewel lost. Marlowe after he comes to know that he has mistaken Mr. Hardcastle's house for an inn. Miss Neville, when Mrs. Hardcastle comes to know of their plan to elopement through a letter, none of these. So ये मिसेस नेविल कहती हैं जब उनको पता चलता है कि मिसेस हार्डकासल को पता चल गया है कि वो लोग भागने का प्लान बना रहे हैं. He said, "Be quiet and listen to my words." The indirect speech of the direct speech will be, so it is, he urges them to be quiet and listen to his words. Now read this sentence and find whether this sentence is a simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, or both compound plus complex. So it is both complex sentence plus compound sentence. Means there is both type of sentences are merged here. Lucy dwelt far away from the poet's house, among the untrodden ways, in the midst of crowd, in the deep forest. So Lucy dwelt in among untrodden ways. The phrase suckled in a creed outgrown implies scientific upbringing, faith in outdated myths, worship of industrial gods, superstition. So it is faith in outdated myths. As per poets, as per poet Keats, as per Keats, how does the youth suffer in this world? Why they grow pale and spectre thin and die? They become victim of drug, they die of cholera, or they become accident victims. So they grow pale and spectre thin and die. In the darkling thrush, the inclemency of winter are compared to leaves, ghosts, drags, or lyre. So they are compared with drags. The season of the year when the west wind blows is spring season, autumn season, winter season, or summer season. So west wind blows in autumn season. Looking wistfully on the burst of the 12th Caesar for hours together, Lamb would be reduced to dumb creature, speechless spectator. The stone lacked immobility and insensibility, none of above. So while watching those Caesars for hours, he also became like a stone, immovable and insensible. The poet contrasts the skylark's joy with human existence, which is often marked by happiness and stability, loneliness and isolation, sorrow and unfulfilled desires, peace and contentment. So it is sorrow and unfulfilled desires. He will not go unless he is compelled. The simple form of the sentence will be he will go only under compulsion, he will go only for compulsion, he will go unless in compulsion or none of above. So it is he will go only under compulsion. Where was the ballad of the children in the wood carved? So it is from Charles Lamb, A Dream Children a Reverie. So upon the main gate of the Norfolk's house, upon the drawing room of the great house, upon the chimney piece of the great hall, upon the auditorium of the great house. So it is upon the chimney piece of the great hall. What was the first word spoken by Ursula to the white man? Whether it is how are you? Have you medicine, Tuna? Have you any gun with you, Tuna? Why have you come here again? So the very first words spoken by Arsat was have you medicine, Tuna? To without verb is called anaphoric to, full infinitive, bare infinitive, or none of above. So it is anaphoric to. Choose the correct alternative. They rented a car so that it would be easier to dash the new city. Get on, get up, get around, or get out. So it is easier to get around the new city. Choose the correct alternative. Slow but steady, dash the race. Is winning the race, wins the race, will win the race, win the race. So it is wins the race. Choose the correct alternative. He triumphed dash his troubles off to from over. So he triumphed over his troubles. She said, you can leave the books here. The indirect speech of the sentence will be she said that they can leave the book there. She said that they could leave the books there. She told them they can leave the books here. She ordered them to leave the books there. So the answer is she said that they could leave the books there. So our Telegram quiz is still going on from 10 p.m. every day on Telegram. Link is given below. And also from 25th of September, our LT grade quiz will start from 9 p.m. daily. And watch our videos, support us by liking, sharing and subscribing our videos channel. And thanks for watching. मिलते हैं next video में.